The band, formerly known as Lady Antebellum, is going to court now over its name change. The group, now known as just Lady A, made the change last month in light of recent racial protests. But now the trio has filed a lawsuit against Anita White, a black singer who has performed under the name Lady A for years. According to the lawsuit, the band doesn't want any money. They just want a judge to rule that their use of the trademark Lady A does not infringe on White's alleged trademark rights.
You are cordially invited to Lady A's annual gumbo party. I know how to throw it down, y'all. And I am personally inviting each one of you.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Good.
wonderful. I like the U2. I like the U2 in the back. Yes.
Oh, do you? Yeah. It's my classic rock. You know, I know it's not the coolest thing nowadays, but hey, that's how I was formed.
No, man. Listen, I love U2. I love U2.
Good.
Me
Man.
and actually, you know what, Lady A, we should have done a song by them a long time ago. I still found.
Oh, I like it.
Beautiful.
I like
You know that's a gospel song.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's why I love
absolutely.
it, man.
Absolutely.
I know that.
It's a great song.
Do that. Put some soul into it, though.
Man, that's a tough song.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly, Lady A. That's what you should do a few of their covers.
Yeah.
I like to do covers, but I like to do them my way. I don't do
Right.
covers anymore. But yeah, do them my way, and I did like you too. A lot.
Thank you so much for your time. I see on your poster behind, you're known as the hardest working woman in blues, soul, funk, and gospel. I love that. I love that so much. And also, I saw in your bio and your tagline, "Come on and let the music take your mind. When the music plays, we are family." That's all. That's just fantastic, Lady A.
Yeah. I love audiences. You know, we're in COVID now, and I never took my audiences for granted anyway, but this time in COVID just makes me realize how much I really miss them, that interaction that you have with them, to be able to talk to them. Not only do I play big stages, but I have a back porch blues show that we do at Egan's Ballard Jam House in Seattle, once a month. That's my time to play to like 48 people.
Nice.
And just have an interview back and forth, and we talk. And I miss that. I miss that.
Sure.
I like that intimacy of the audience.
Absolutely, Lady A. Now, before we get to the name controversy and all that stuff, I do want to ask you, first of all, how has the year been for you before this? Like, it's been hard for everybody. How has it been for you, since March, when everyone's rug got pulled from out under their feet?
So since COVID, well, just like everybody else, we were working on finishing up live in New Orleans. That actually releases on Saturday. My birthday tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, wow! Happy birthday!
Saturday. Thank you. I just realized tomorrow's Saturday. But just like everybody else out there, we've been working hard. I was supposed to go to the Blues Music Awards. That was in May. That's where I was originally going to release the CD. So I'm in the same boat with everybody else. With one blessing, with one great blessing is that I've always had a day job.
Sure.
So my prayers are always with the artists who are, have been full-time musicians, and the rug was really pulled out under them. I'm blessed to have a job. So I count my blessings in that, but I pray for them at the same time. We all have to learn to work a new way.
Absolutely, Lady A. I agree with that, and I do want to talk. I do want to talk to you about your music and your early life in a second. But let's just get out of the way the name controversy stuff. I'm sorry, you must be so tired of talking about this, but people want to know. So let me start by explaining to my audience kind of like the bullets. Bring it back. So you've been performing as Lady A since 1987. Okay, which is actually when the Joshua Tree was released. We were just talking about U2, that album, since 1987. You've put out five albums as Lady A, right? Right. So in June, when the unfortunate police brutality incidents happened, and people kind of had that woke to what was going on. Some artists, put out statements, did things to try to put their part. And Lady Antebellum, the best-selling country group, they put out a statement and they said, you know what? Antebellum has some racial connotations. We're going to change our name to Lady A. So let me first ask you here, Lady A, the original Lady A. Like, how did you find out about this, and what was your feeling?
We found out on Thursday, June 11th, 3:40 p.m. I had been working all day, and I know it exactly now. But you know, my sisters said, "Take a look at Facebook." I did. 10 minutes later, Rolling Stone magazine called me. From there, and I'm going to try to make it succinct. John helped me out with this. But from there, we pretty much, they reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
They apologized. They said they didn't know I was there. How that happened, I don't know, but we won't go there. And then we tried to, they wanted to coexist. And my thing was, I want to keep my name. Because if you become Lady A and I'm Lady A, that's not going to work.
Sure.
Because as soon as you put out something under Lady A, I'm going to disappear. And they kept saying, "Oh, no, 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 you know, we're going to make sure that you don't disappear." I said, "You're going to bury me." And the real point of it all is you put out a statement saying that Black Lives Matter. You take Lady Antebellum and you shorten it to Lady A. That's still Antebellum. It's still racist.
Yeah.
So where's the change? Where does the allyship come in? I'm gonna let John tell you the rest of it. He can tell you the rest of what happened from there.
Well, what happened is we, so they come in, Lady Antebellum comes in, and they present this coexisting agreement to Lady A. And like Lady A was saying, they didn't supply any details, right? When you go to a grocery store, you cannot have Lady A apples and Lady A apples, right? That doesn't work. And so the main thing we wanted to get, we wanted to hear their perspective, right? Because Lady A said straight up, I don't want to change my name. I want to keep my name. So our team wanted to hear the details from Lady Antebellum and their representatives. And so, you know, that on was it Tuesday, Lady A, that we had the Zoom call with them. We had the Zoom call with the artist, Lady Antebellum. And that's where the world got to see that picture of Lady Antebellum and Lady A and our good friend Dexter Allen, who's also one of our co-producers. And the world got to see all of us in a screenshot just discussing sharing the name, but we never heard the details. Now, the details are important because we need to know how Lady A is going to coexist with Lady A. This artist that sold over 10 million albums versus this independent artist who has worked her brand since 1987. We need to know how those are going to exist. And the details is what we never heard from him over those first calls.
Right. And we even made suggestions. The contracts that they sent to us, the agreements they kept sending, said we'll give our best efforts to make sure that you don't disappear. Well, what does that mean? I kept saying, so how does coexistence work? How does coexistence work? For the people in the back, how does coexistence work? And when you don't get a response, it's dismissive. They were dismissing me. They were dismissing the fact that here's this Black woman having the nerve to actually ask a question and actually want some facts. That's how I started to feel. And even when we went on the Zoom call, I asked the same question. How does that look? Because as soon as you become Lady A and I'm Lady A, you put out a CD, you're gonna wipe me off of social media, off of Amazon, iTunes, and Spotify. And to prove that point, they put a CD out the week before I did under Lady A. Remember, I have 5 CDs out under Lady A. They have none.
They have none.
They had Lady Antebellum. So they put a CD out as Lady A, they completely wiped me off of social media. So when I put out my CD single, The Truth Is Loud, which went out on June 27th, you couldn't find me. You couldn't find the song, you couldn't find me. If you didn't know the name of the song, you weren't gonna find me.
Right.
You know, so that's pretty much, I mean, if somebody had explained the details of how that was gonna work, because we already knew the algorithms weren't gonna be fair.
Right.
And so then we even offered suggestions. I'll be Lady A, the artist. You be Lady A, the band. Now we could have coexisted that way, but they didn't want to do that. They never said, oh, that might be a good idea. John even made the suggestion, maybe you take me, Lady A, under your brand, under your management company. rebrand me as something else, the real Lady A. Rebrand me as Lady A the artist. They didn't take any of our suggestions, none. And the going back, and I could see they were intentional about, they didn't really care. They appeared to be woke without opening their eyes.
Right. Without the substance. Yeah. Yeah. When that photo came, with that famous Zoom photo with all of you guys came out, it was too good to be true. You know, it was.
You already know.
Yeah. There was something that just didn't click there. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they had already made up their minds. They wanted that Zoom call so badly. You know,
Sure.
They wanted that Zoom call, and they took that picture and immediately put out, because they already had something already written up. And
Absolutely.
then we slightly changed it, because it's like, you already got something written up already.
Right. You know, we added the word transparency. Jamie, so when they had the statement that they had kind of drafted up, we went in and we helped them kind of tweak it. But one of the key words that I wanted them to put was transparency. That word is important because Lady A, myself, and our friend Dexter Allen, we were very transparent about what Lady A wanted. She wanted to keep her name. However, if we're discussing coexistence, we wanted to know the details. And all three of us were very transparent about the fact that we needed to hear the details. They never, like Lady A said, they never once, said, hey, those are good suggestions. We're going to try that. No, they, just like Lady A said, they dismissed all of them. And so when they put that statement out, Jamie, it was like, as soon as we said, okay, we all agree, it's like snap of a finger. That statement went out to millions of people. People on our jobs calling Lady A. Hey, we saw you had a good discussion with Lady Antebellum. And we're going, well, I mean, it was a discussion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was good, but it was,
Absolutely.
it was a discussion.
They kind of put that out there because we had not come to a decision was not made. But
Sure.
if you want to put that out there, tell the truth. I never said I wanted to coexist. So that shows you that you're not listening.
Maybe we had a first good approach with Lady A. Would have been
artist to artist. We were trying to talk artist to artist.
Sure. I understand. Absolutely. And Lady A, before we get to your early life in for a second, I want to ask you, what do you say of these people that say that they kind of had like a trademark for a little bit? How does that come into the equation?
Well, they did have a trademark, but I was singing before they were alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been Lady A since before they were alive. I don't have a machine behind me. I have me. I've worked myself from the ground up. I'm the one who puts out the CDs. I'm the one who books the band. And what can I say? I've been Lady A for 30 years.
Yeah.
So what, you want to come and wipe me out because I don't have 40,000 fans?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
although now you do. I tell you what, now you have more than 40,000 fans.
Pardon me?
That now you do.
Now I do. Thank God. We thank God for all blessings. We really do. It's been a road. John, what do you want to say? Because I see that look on your face.
So listen, so the trademark, this is what's interesting. And even, Jamie, every time we get a chance to discuss this story, we're reliving things because Lady Antebellum had an agenda in mind when they reached out to Lady A. They already had intent. They wanted to get this swept under the rug really quickly. Now, that was a good thing because they finally say, okay, we recognize Lady A's out here. Let's contact her. That was a good thing. This is the problem that I have with that is because Lady A has been available on Google since before her first CD was released. Anybody in the world could have went on Google, typed in Lady A, they would have saw two people, Lady Antebellum and Lady A. Right? They would have saw two artists, So how come Lady Antebellum did not see Lady A in 2010 or 2011, whenever they registered for their trademark? I believe that they did see her. They just chose to
not see it, right?
Maybe somebody, because maybe somebody came with the results. Oh, you know what? There's a Lady A in Seattle. Then they took it and they just ripped it up and said, no, there's not. So the thing is because Google, you can get tons of results. all this stuff is publicly available. Like Lady A said, she's an independent artist, so she has to push her own like music out there. So her contact information is out there publicly available for weddings and all types of events that she does. So Lady Antebellum cannot say that they did not know about her, because even, you know, as part of her production team, I knew about them. I saw Lady Antebellum, but there was no, we weren't trying to be Lady Antebellum, right? We were building Lady A's brand. So the trademark thing is going to be, it's going to have to play out in court if they don't change their name, simply because Lady A has a common law use of the name since 1987, right? And we'll get more into that, I guess, as you ask the questions about her early career. It's amazing.
No, absolutely. And yeah. And I was checking out, people should definitely check out Lady A on streaming services, ladyabbyblues.com. Really good stuff in there. I was having a ball listening to your 2018 album, Doing Fine. I'm telling you what, after listening to that, I am doing great. I'm doing really fine. So really, really great stuff, Lady A. But yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit, you were mentioning that you lived in Florida for a second. Tell us a little bit about your early life. How did this, you have such a musical spirit. I love it. It's coming across the camera. It's coming across to the viewers and the listeners. Where did it come from? Did you have music in your family?
Yeah, my mother is a gospel singer. My father was a drummer. My brother is a drummer.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Is a amazing artist right now in her own right. Her name is Umi. Check her out. She's filthy. You know, I come from a musical background and I grew up in church. So all my musical background comes from gospel. You hear it in my CDs. You hear it in the lyrics that I write. I love blues though. I mean, I grew up listening to jazz and blues and R&B and Motown, but really blues is at the heart of it. That comes from, I believe that comes from my grandmother's side, Miss Elnora. On my Love, Blessed, and Blues CD, there's a song called Honey Hush.
Honey Hush.
Grandmother used to always say, Honey Hush. So I wrote a song about her. I want you to go listen to it, Jamie. It's on my Love, Blessed, and Blues CD.
Amazing.
And you know, God has blessed me so much. I started, like I said, as a gospel singer, being a choir director when I was 16. My back was always to people. So I never really thought about being out front. But then I was asked to be in the Sonny Byers Motown Review. And well, first I was singing karaoke.
Right.
I was singing
karaoke, right?
I was singing karaoke. And I was singing karaoke in Florida. And a friend of mine used to call me Miss A. But I was Lady A before that too. But she called me Miss A. And I said, I'm married. And she said, well, I'm gonna call you Lady A then. And it just kind of stuck with me. It just, you know, it stuck. And then I sang in the Sonny Byers Motown Review. And that I kept the name because it was my alter ego. I was always scared to sing in front of people. And then Louise Thompson of Thompson's Point of View in Seattle asked me to sing. And I've been singing in bands for a while. We were doing the Paragon, the Scarlet Tree. We were doing a lot of clubs and doing a lot of weddings back then. We were like a wedding band. And she asked me to, you know, come up with my own band. So I got my guys together and named them the Baby Blues Funk Band. So it was Lady A and the Baby Blues Funk Band.
Nice.
For years and years and years. And then John, you know, and our bass player at that time, Gary Smith, God rest his soul, he's passed away since then. They used to always push me out front, and Richard Mills. They would always really encourage me that I need to be a solo artist, you know, because I wanted to do the music I wanted to do, because I was going to stop singing for a while. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. And so John said, we're going to do a CD. You're going to do your first CD. And that was in 2010, was my first CD. You know, 29, we started working on it, but it came out in 2010.
Yeah.
And, from there, it's just been, well, we did have a CD before that, but we don't talk about that CD.
It's underground, Jamie. It's
Why is that?
It's
an underground CD.
But everyone has a crappy album, you know, Lady A. You know?
Oh no, it wasn't crappy.
I know. This is 2006. We'll talk about that one later. 2006.
Okay.
2006, I put out a CD. We just recorded it right there on stage, decided we were going to put it out, I used to cuss and drink a lot, Jamie, back then.
Oh, gotcha. Listen,
So, but it was one of them underground CDs.
okay.
It was pretty good. But so, and it was Lady A and the Baby Blues Funk Band. That was the first CD.
Yeah.
And then after that, everything was the Lady A CD. And are you going to show it? I see you looking.
No.
I just cover up some of the words.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Well, listen, Lady A, now that your fans are growing by the millions, maybe in a couple of years you can release that as a unreleased special record store day vinyl or something.
No, because it's X-rated and we don't want to put that out there for kids. My life has changed over the years. We all grow. And I'm not embarrassed by it. It's something I did. We talk about it and laugh about it now. But I'm a different person than I was then. And we all grow. As I said, my blues is different from the typical blues artist. My blues has soul, gospel, and funk in it. But it also, I'm hoping that the lyrics that people listen to, I'm a lyrical person. I love to listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, songwriting, sure.
I'll go, when I get a new CD or something, I listen to the lyrics first.
Yeah.
Saying, then I go back and listen to the music, but the music got to be bumping.
You know what, Jamie, let me piggyback on what Lady A is saying, because she's not only a recording artist, a studio artist, she's a touring artist, right? So part of her building her brand up has been to tour extensively, right? Because there are some musicians and independent artists, they have CDs out and they sound wonderful, but you'll probably never see them live. Right. Yeah. But Lady A, she's went from being, this karaoke singer in '87 to a background singer to a lead singer of Lady A and the Baby Blues Funk Band to being an independent artist, but also building a brand. So look, her career has literally gone like this, right? And so as independent artists, we always look for like the next big break that's going to take us to the next level, right? So I'm saying this because even without this big Lady Antebellum, Lady A name dispute, Lady A, her brand was poised to just keep rising and rising exponentially, right? Because that's how hard she works. That's how she has the name, the hardest working woman in blues, soul, funk, and gospel. And we keep adding all these genres that are, pretty soon it's going to be blues, soul, gospel, funk, dance, right? Ballads, who knows? But the thing is that even before this, her brand was growing, right? So it's one of the big problems we had with Lady Antebellum just trying to say, well, we didn't notice her. Hey, the world noticed her, and now everyone does notice her, and they get to see not only her brand, but her artistry, right? And it's great. It's wonderful.
I love it, John. You guys have been so generous with your time. Lady A, you guys have been wonderful. I know you have a busy afternoon. You're probably sick of this press things, but you're such a pro at it. But no, Lady A, listen.
We're not sick of it. It's a blessing. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you just for reaching out to get our side of the story, because, people try to paint you in a box. And we're not those folks.
No, absolutely not. And I think it's important that people get
what we do and be a blessing to somebody else,
Absolutely.
That's the whole purpose.
Absolutely. So I just want to encourage people to check out LadyABabyBlues.com. Absolutely great stuff in there. Check out her music. It's really good stuff. And Lady A, once you make it big, you better do a little Florida homecoming show.
Come say hi. I'd love to come back to Florida. That's where my play sister lives, in Florida.
Perfect.
Yes. Gave me the name.
So I know right now you don't want to come with the Corona thing, but like once this is over, you're always. Yeah.
I pray that God is going to heal the land. We all going to get back to music. We're going to get back to community, and we're definitely going to be able to all come back together. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Absolutely. John, Lady A, it's a pleasure, guys.
Wonderful. Bye-bye. Jamie, thank you. And I love the ZZ Top shirt and the Talking Heads album cover over there in the back, man. Those are great.
I love the Darth Vader, man. So we're on the same wavelength, man. All right, man. See you later, my friend. See you later, brother.